B. And this is Just Be Tarot. Thank you for your amazing energy. Thank you for hanging out with me. And thank you for clicking on like and subscribing to my channel. I am shuffling for the overall energy for this Scorpio uh, general reading, monthly reading for March 2026. So this is my first month going live with these readings. So I am really excited and I thank you for supporting me. Let me know what you think. And if you like it better, if you don't like it better, let me know your feedback. I appreciate it. All right, so I am shuffling for the overall energy for the Scorpio Collective for March 2026. All right, Spirit, what does the Scorpio Collective need to know for their greatest good? We have Spirit of Place. I love that. It's such a beautiful card. And I just heard just finding the beauty in everything. You know, even the most ugly things, there's something you can pull from them, or experience, or a person, that there's something that is beautiful, especially in nature. Looking at nature, looking at places maybe that you hold memory with, and just seeing the beauty within. And even if it's not such a fond memory, there might be lessons that you've learned from these places, that could have been life-changing for good or bad. Nature, looking at how things develop, thinking about what has been there before on the land, how things came into existence, how things transpired and transformed. So magical. We're called to look beyond this month to see the beauty in these things. Anything else? No? Okay, so let's move on to the next Oracle deck. Thank you so much for joining me. I am Sarah B. This is Just Be Tarot, and I am shuffling for the Scorpio Collective for March 2026. I am currently doing the water signs. I'll be doing Pisces next. And then I'm going to go live with my regularly scheduled live. So be patient for that. Ooh, there's something that the universe is trying to warn you about. We have caution. Let's see what else comes out with that. Thank you. What else? Tell me more about this caution card. Or too much? Tell me more about this caution card, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. Tell me more about this caution. Thank you. What else about this caution card? Thank you. Okay, so we have caution, and then we have enthusiasm and eccentricity. So not surprising, because it's like, I feel like these two kind of go together. Being eccentric, seeing the beauty in the weirdness of things, is kind of like the Spirit of Place, seeing the beauty, keeping an open heart and an open mind, and really looking into something or someone. And really respecting that. There's so many different people that are going to come in and out of our lives. in having respect for them and their thoughts and opinions. This is what makes up the world. Now, there is something, unfortunately, the opposite side of that is people with who are eccentric in a negative or hateful way, often find themselves in our lives as well. It can't just be all sunshine and roses. So, Spirit's saying there is, while it's really awesome to keep an open heart and an open mind to people, places, and things, there are others that you need to be aware of and protect your energy against these people, places, or things. You know what? It's funny, not funny, but it's interesting how, you know, evil beings or the devil is often portrayed as an ugliness or an ugly persona. But really, and I think that's what messes with our minds, is because when there are people who aren't treating us well, people who are manipulative, people who are mean to others, bullies. That's, an evil energy working through these people. That is an off energy coming through. And it's not authentic. And we expect these people to be on the outside ugly because of what we think bad energy looks like. But bad energy doesn't always look ugly. Bad energy could be that friend that you've had for years that stabbed you in the back after how many years. Bad energy can look like a boss who threw you under the bus. And we put our hearts and souls into loving these people or respecting these people. So these bad energies don't always look like an ugliness, even though that's the very persona of what they are. So I feel like Spirit's trying to caution us this month about people, places, and things that are going to lower our energy. It's time for us to vibe high, to bring goodness towards us, to keep that energy high so more beautiful things come back to us. So it's that we need to be excited about. It's those types of things that we need to have on our mind. But we also need to be aware and not put up blinders to people who are playing us or manipulating or trying to get their way in a certain situation, or just not a good energy. So these eccentric people could go both ways. It could be that quirky person who loves to do art and, dresses mismatched and, sings on the corner with their guitar. But eccentricity can also go in another direction completely. So we have to just watch out for that this month. All right, so let's move on to tarot for the Scorpio collective. I am not taking any questions during the monthly readings, but I will be on after the Pisces reading, which is after this, to do my regularly scheduled live. So I will take questions at that point. So I hope you can be patient for me. So for hitting that notification bell, that's going to let you know when I go live. All right, Spirit, I am shuffling for the Scorpio collective. It's weird with that overall energy because I never really discuss negative energy. I don't really like to get into it because I don't like to bring it into my being, my energy field. But it's so prevalent nowadays. And when I saw that caution card come out, I know that Spirit's trying to warn us against people who are really trying to harm us across the world. People who don't have our best interests in mind, either as a country, a nation, a group of people, minorities. We really need to protect our energies and proceed with caution. So I just wanted to put that out there. I don't like talking about that kind of stuff, but I do feel like it needs to be discussed. It can't all be light and love all the time, although wouldn't it be nice if it could be? But there are energies sneaking in right now that if we don't protect our energy, it's not going to bode well for us. All right, so just take that as it resonates and try to just protect your energy and be aware of people you're surrounding yourself with. All right, so we have the Queen of Pentacles, which is amazing energy. We have the Nine of Swords, which means that you have been full of anxiety, Scorpio. And we have the Knight of Pentacles. You have anxiety over something. I feel like this is over a child. This is an immature energy. I don't feel like it's a love match. I don't think it's an immaturity that way. I do feel like there's some kind of anxiety, although it could be, but I feel like this is like a mother figure having a lot of anxiety over their children. And this could be adult children. This could be teenagers or young children. This could be you worrying about maybe how you're going to support them financially, or them going off to school, or maybe they're starting to drive. There's so many situations, so many things that kids are going through these days. But I do feel like this is going to be a long and steady trip. This is the Knight of Pentacles, which is the slowest moving knight. And they're in for the long haul. This is a slow moving energy. So if you start having this much anxiety now for their choices and the way they're living, you're never going to put your mind at ease. But to let them make their mistakes, let them seize their opportunities when they have them, let them follow through with what they want to do so they can see if it suits them or not. They're never going to know unless they try. Yes, it might be giving you anxiety. Yes, it might be you might have sleepless nights. But keep open communication. Swords is about communication, messages. Make sure they're in contact with you. Make sure they see you as a safe place to open up to come to when they have no one else, or when they fail at something that they thought they loved and they decided that they don't. Let them see you as a safe place. Okay, so Spirit, I am shuffling for the Queen of Pentacles. Let's clarify this Queen of Pentacles for the Scorpio collective. Shuffling for Queen of Pentacles. Shuffling for the Queen of Pentacles. Oh, I feel like somebody is lacking self-confidence or confidence. There's some kind of gathering. Some kind of gathering or event is coming up, a celebration with people you love and care about. But for some, you're in your head about something. Maybe you're throwing it. Maybe you're the one who's preparing for it. And you're just hoping that everybody's going to have a good time. I feel like there's some kind of self-confidence that's lacking. And that's so unlike the Queen of Pentacles, because Queen of Pentacles is working their ass off. Queen of Pentacles is really knows how to make it work. They've been around long enough to see the ins and outs of things. But even this situation has you lacking confidence, which makes me wonder what this is. This could be some kind of third party. Now, not necessarily saying that that's like somebody's having an affair or you're in a relationship. It could be just somebody is getting in the middle of plans. Maybe somebody is whispering in somebody's ear and they're taking it the wrong way. It's like bursting your bubble. Maybe something didn't work out the way it was supposed to, but I feel like we have this Eight of Wands energy, which is such good energy coming towards you. This is going to bring such happiness to people. Maybe there could be people who are jealous and they're trying to really throw a wrench in things. That's what I'm talking about, this third party energy. It doesn't have to necessarily be mean an affair or something like that. It could be somebody just offering opinions that are unwanted. Trying to get into your head. Pushing your buttons. So be aware for that energy. But it's going to bring good, like, don't let this person or this, whatever it is, get you down, because it's going to turn out great. And it's going to bring a lot of amazing things. Okay, shuffling for the Nine of Swords, Spirit. Tell me about this Nine of Swords energy for Scorpio collective. Nine of Swords for Scorpio. Oops. Let's see, I dropped one. Okay, so we have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. You're not allowing time for things to grow. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like with this anxiety card, you're not allowing things to turn out the way they're supposed to. You're not letting things unravel with divine timing or the way they should. You're trying to rush something along. You're trying to control something, and it's not what needs to happen. You need to let go of control on the situation, whatever it may be, and let things unravel the way it's meant to. You're going to have to trust your higher power. You're going to have faith that things are happening exactly the way they're supposed to. Yep. Because your wishes are going to come true in due time. There's no need to rush things. Things are happening the way they're supposed to happen. And you have to remember that. The universe is always working in your favor. And there's no need to rush things. Okay, let's clarify this Knight of Pentacles for our Scorpio collective. Clarifying this Knight of Pentacles, please. Knight of... Oh man, did I drop? Of course I did. Hold on just a second. Okay, so 8 of Cups, which means you're sticking around. Okay, so this energy that I said is like a child, like this could be a child in your life, or your child. We have the 8 of Cups, which means it's like they hear a calling, but they're staying put. They're not taking that calling. They're not seizing the moment for opportunities. This could be like that third party energy. Maybe somebody's in their ear. Maybe you're in their ear because you have so much anxiety about them moving forward and making mistakes. They're meant to make mistakes. You're holding them back. Yep, you're holding them back from their happiness. Maybe you're trying to be devil's advocate, but they're not taking it that way. You're scaring them. And it's really scaring them to the point where they're not going to take advantage of these situations. So be wise with your words. You want to support the youth of today. You want to, unfortunately, you want to see them mess up and see how they're going to pick up the pieces. See how they're going to solve things. That's what you want. You want your people to grow into independent beings who can do things for themselves. And they're not going to be able to do that until you have enough confidence in them to let them make their own mistakes and not pick up the pieces for them. Let them figure it out. All right, so let's move on to the concluding message. Ooh, this went for a long time. Sorry, guys. I know I still have 2 more readings left. All right, we got this. We got this, guys. All right, so Spirit, I am shuffling for the concluding message for the Scorpio collective. Thank you, Spirit. What is it that the Scorpio collective needs to hear for the concluding message for March 2024? Shuffling, thank you. All right, 36. And I will read this to you. We have number 36. Today is the day to begin the journey. It can seem overwhelming when you reach the end. But the finish line is not always where the attention belongs. It belongs in the space right in front of you. The journey begins with one step and continues with the next step and the next until one day you have arrived. You will have pull this card, then it may be time to do what you have been putting off. Make a commitment to yourself to begin your journey. Though it might seem scary, know that beyond the horizon awaits something more wonderful than you can know in these present moments. No one is ever truly ready at their first steps. It is not perfection that we seek, but a life fully lived. Go do the thing. Spirit's saying, do the thing that you want to do. Live life fully. And I was just saying that. Do the thing. And if you make mistakes, then so be it. But at least you did it. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for hanging out and for clicking like and subscribe. I'm truly grateful for you. And I am going next live with Pisces. And then I'm going to be starting my scheduled live for Thursdays. So bear with me, people. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for clicking on like and subscribe. I go live on Mondays and Thursdays, usually between 6:30 and 7. I'm running a little late today, but I would love to see you there. So hit that notification bell. It's going to let you know when I'm going live. And if I don't see you there, I'll see you here next time. Bye, Scorpio.